Call of Duty has introduced a tremendous amount of game modes throughout its history, and I'm not gonna lie, I think they have just introduced the best game mode we have ever seen in Call of Duty history just about a little more than a month ago, and that of course is Cranked Hardpoint. It was originally called Die Hardpoint when it was first introduced, but now the name has changed to Cranked Hardpoint. This mode is by far the fastest paced game mode in Call of Duty history by a long shot. Even on the larger maps, it still plays incredibly fast, which is just why it is such a fun mode for me. Now, of course, if you prefer more tactical, slower paced modes, you're not gonna like this mode, but from what I've seen from the community, people are really impatient when they play COD. They want to hop in, get a bunch of kills as quickly as possible. This mode provides that. It takes two of the fastest game modes of all time, Cranked as well as Hardpoint, and it combines them together, which just increases the speed even more. And to add to that, they even make it so when you're cranked, you run faster, you reload a little bit faster, at least I believe you do. You feel like you're a speed demon, which just makes everything so much more enjoyable. You don't have to make the map smaller, you don't have to increase the player count. All it does is just make everyone faster, and it makes it so you have this encouragement to move around, because you obviously can't just kill someone and then camp for about a minute in a room. No, you have to get out there, either jump on the hard point or shoot someone else in order to keep that timer resetting so you can stay alive longer. So everyone's running around the map, everyone's moving consistently. That creates some of the most fun gameplay I've ever played in Call of Duty history. I've never been one to like the idea of camping, and that's a reason why a lot of Call of Duties like Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, even games like Modern Warfare 2019 are games that I don't really think are nearly as good as other people might say they are. Well, no one's really saying Ghosts is that great, but for the other two CODs, a lot of people do say they're really good. There's a lot of camping in those games though, and there's a lot of reasons why there's camping. I'm not going to call a game bad just because there's campers in it, because you can't blame the game for how people like to play, but what I can do is blame specific mechanics in the game that cause people to be more likely to play that way. A big part of that has to do with map design, time to kill, the different systems in the game, like whether or not there's score streaks or kill streaks or whatever it may be, whether it's a movement, whatever makes people not want to move around the map. That is a detriment to the gameplay, for me at least. Which is why I tend to prefer the Call of Duties that have slower time to kills, that have smaller maps, that have usually advanced movement. I love Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare a lot more than most CODs, so you can tell what type of game I prefer, but you don't need all of this. You don't need for the time to kill to be really slow. You don't need for the map's design to be really small. You don't need all of that for it to still be incredibly fast when you have a mode like Cranked Hardpoint. Obviously not every mode's going to be like that, so of course I would prefer the time to kill to be slower, the maps to be smaller, of course. But when you have a mode like Cranked Hardpoint, it doesn't really matter. People are going to move regardless because they have to. They have no choice. If they don't, they blow up, which is why I love this mode. It's not even that long of a mode either. Most games go on for maybe 8 to 10 minutes, and even then, you will still get mostly like 70 plus kills if you're good. Obviously, it really depends if you're good or not, but a lot of my games, I'm going 50 in like 10, whatever it may be. I'm getting plus 50 kills for the most part. And that's insane for a game that only lasts like 8 to 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Usually you're getting a lot kills in the modes that last for like 12 to 13 minutes. Like sometimes some domination games last that long. Sometimes some regular hardpoint games will last that long. But this is just Cranked Hardpoint, and man, oh man, is it fast paced. And that's not even one of the best things about the mode. One of the best things about the mode for me personally is the nuke. We all know that it has a nuke kill streak. You have to go kind of on a 25 gun kill streak, but it also counts towards, 2 assists count towards 1 point for that. And I believe capturing an objective also counts, but it doesn't count streak kills. So you can't get kills with streaks and expect it to count. You just have to get kills with either your gun, equipment, or like I said, capture objectives or get assists. This just gives me an extra thing to go for while I'm playing, and it's not like, oh, I don't want to play the objective because, I don't care about the objective, I just want to go on this nuke kill streak, or I don't have to care about moving around the map. Well, no, because it's Cranked Hardpoint, you kind of have to. Jumping on the hardpoint resets your timer, so it gives you a bit of an encouragement to play the objective. Getting kills resets the timer, so that encourages you to move around when you see other players. Rather than you waiting around a corner waiting for them, you're more likely to rush them. This just makes the pacing of the game flow so much faster, and you're consistently in the action. I mean, just watch some of the gameplay you're seeing in the background here. I'm running around the map, firing at all sorts of people, getting all sorts of quad feeds and just triple kills, double kills, whatever it may be, because of how fast it is, and everyone else is moving fast as well. So when everyone else moves that fast, you're more likely to come across people a lot more often. I see people complaining about slow-paced gameplay all the time in Cold War, and I'm telling them, if you think, first of all, I don't really think the regular base game is slow regardless, but if you really think it's slow, you think you're playing with people all the time who don't like to move, they like to camp, stop playing those game modes you're playing and play Cranked Hardpoint. Just do it. It is the fastest mode I've ever played, and you don't have to force yourself to play Nuketown over and over and over again just to get a fast-paced experience, because that's what everyone likes to do. I know everyone likes smaller maps because they like faster paced gameplay for the most part. The majority of people do. Why do you think Shoot the Ship playlists in Modern Warfare 2019 were the most popular playlists? Because nobody wants to play Gunrunner or Hackney Yard or Ramaza or any of those other maps, because they want a map that's really small so they can get a crazy amount of kills in as quick of a time possible. And Shoot House and Shipment were going to provide that for them. Same thing for Cold War. They just want to play Crossroads Strike, they want to play Diesel, they want to play Nuketown, because they know they'll get the most amount of kills in the shortest amount of time. Well, I'm here to tell you that in Cranked Hardpoint, you can play a map like Moscow, which isn't like a small map. It's not really a big map either. I'd say it's a little bit more than a medium-sized map. But a map like Moscow, you can have a game where you'll get like 60+ kills if you're good and you know how to maneuver the map properly and you're mostly winning your gunfights. You will get a crazy amount of kills. You're not going to be camping. You're not going to be looking for the enemies for that long. Assuming there's, full lobby, assuming there's not like, only a couple people in the lobby, assuming it's a 6v6 game, you're going to be getting people going like crazy all around the place. There's other playlists like this that are also pretty fast paced. You have the 12v12 mosh pit that's, I think, still there. So you can also play that. You can play Combined Arms on maps like Miami and Cartel. Those are really fast paced as well. But this is a mode that you can get so many different maps on it, and it's just normal 6v6 gameplay. But simply making it so you die if you don't get a kill within 30 seconds or if you don't jump on the objective, that makes it so much faster. You don't even need to give the people the speed boost like it does for it to still be really fast, but because they even give you the speed boost, it just makes it even faster. So yes, this is the mode that I play pretty much exclusively now in Cold War, and I'm expecting it to stay for a while because I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are playing it as well. Hopefully, Treyarch takes this as a hint to return this mode in future games and keep it forever. Hopefully, Sledgehammer listens as well. Hopefully, Infinity Ward does, because these are the type of modes people like. I hate to say it for those who like the slower paced maps and games and stuff like that, but the majority of people they want it faster. We don't have our entire lives to play this game. That's the reason why people like faster paced maps and faster paced movement. It's not because we all have ADHD or we're all like, oh, we need our dopamine rushes every 2 seconds. That's not really why. It's because we all know that life doesn't last forever. This is gonna get deep here, but we all know life doesn't last forever. And if we want to get as many kills as possible, as quick as possible, that's just because we want to utilize our time effectively, especially if we're a grinder and we like to go for camos and we like to level up. We're not going to want to play matches where we're getting like 20 kills maximum. It's not as fun usually, and it's also not going to level us up quicker, not let us get our camos as quick. So of course we want to play maps and modes that'll get us as many kills as quickly as possible. That's just how it is. This is a reason why I feel like a lot of people don't actually like Battle Royale, is because usually you're not getting a lot of kills within them. You're usually walking around the map looting most of the time. I know a lot of people don't like that, so a lot of people prefer to play, different Battle Royales like Rebirth Island, for example, which is a much faster paced Battle Royale. Battle Royale is still really popular, usually mainly with friends though. I feel like people playing solo, they don't want to sit around looting for 20 minutes just doing nothing. Some people like that, don't get me wrong, but I think the faster paced gameplay is something that a lot of people just prefer, and I think will always be more attractive to the viewer and to the player. So that's just what I'm going to say here. Cranked Hardpoint, if you haven't played it yet, go play it in Cold War. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.